It starts with a breath, not behind the glass of a helmet or the seal of a pressurized suit, but barefaced under the infinite black sky. No hiss of oxygen tanks, no artificial airlocks, just lungs pulling in, nothing and finding something. Oxygen, everywhere. Humanity can now breathe in space, and the universe will never be the same. For centuries, the vacuum of space was our greatest barrier. It was the void that killed instantly, froze flesh, and boiled blood. We built suits like armor, stations like fortresses. Our entire presence beyond Earth relied on one truth: space is not for us. But what if that truth vanished? What if one day we discovered a way to survive the vacuum? Maybe it's genetic modification, rewriting our biology to process trace gases and withstand radiation. Maybe it's a breakthrough nanotech system, a living membrane under the skin, shielding every cell from the cold, the dark, the death of the void. Or maybe space itself changes. An ancient alien technology switches on. A terraforming field activates across the solar system. Whatever the cause, the result is the same. Humans can now survive and breathe in open space. The transformation begins slowly, cautiously. Astronauts leave their suits behind for the first time, stepping onto the moon's surface like swimmers into deep water. Mars colonists dismantle their domes. Orbital workers float free, building structures in zero-G without fear of exposure. Soon, low Earth orbit becomes a construction zone of unimaginable scale. With no suits, no airlocks, no limits, humanity begins to expand, not on planets, but in between them. Space becomes a living canvas. We build solar rings around Earth. Floating farms orbit the moon. Cities hang above Venus, suspended like lanterns. The asteroid belt becomes a chain of mining colonies, tethered by highways of magnetized steel. And for the first time ever, space isn't just a destination. It's home. Culture transforms alongside biology. Sport adapts. Dances are choreographed in zero-G. Art is created in vacuum. Ink clouds, frozen sculptures, music that uses the rhythm of heartbeat and vibration. Religion reimagines the heavens, literally. Temples orbit in silence, closer to the stars. And warfare changes too. No longer constrained by suits or oxygen limits. Militaries develop new strategies. Zero-G combat becomes brutal and elegant. Stealth operations unfold between the moons of Jupiter. Satellites become battlegrounds. Whole fleets drift unseen in the dark. Power now belongs to those who master vacuum territory, who control space not as a barrier but as real estate. But for all its beauty, space is still space. There's no gravity to hold your blood where it belongs. Radiation still pours from the sun in deadly waves. Debris flies at speeds that can tear metal like paper. And without planetary protection, long-term survival demands constant innovation. And then comes the question no one can ignore. If we can live in space, do we need planets anymore? Mars, the moon, Titan, they once held promise. But now, why bother with gravity wells, atmospheric pressure and geological instability? Why colonize planets when we can build our own worlds? Terraforming gives way to megastructures. O'Neill cylinders spin with artificial gravity. Dyson swarms harvest solar energy in volumes unimaginable. Thousands of people live between orbits, drifting not toward new planets, but toward freedom in the void. Humanity is no longer earthbound. It's no longer even planet-bound. We've become something else. Yet beneath the wonder and the technology, something deeper stirred. Space was once our greatest fear, a place where no life could survive, where death came in silence and cold. Now it's a playground, a sanctuary, a battlefield, a frontier. But it's still not safe, because breathing is only the beginning. We're still fragile, still mortal, still human. And now that we can live among the stars, the next question rises like a distant sun. What will we become out here? A species of creators, explorers, conquerors, or something else entirely? The ability to breathe in space would redefine civilization itself. It would erase the last boundary between us and the cosmos. But as always, with great power comes even greater questions. Because when space stops being the void, we're no longer visitors, we're residents, and the universe, it just became our neighborhood.